Welcome to Rugby Manual. Today we take a look at unbreakable rugby records that will stand the test of time. Let's dive right into number 1 on our list, the most consecutive union wins. Despite winning back-to-back Rugby World Cups in 2011 and 2015, the All Blacks didn't even come close to beating Cyprus's incredible record of 24 consecutive victories. The Cyprus national rugby union team, nicknamed the Mighty Mouflons, have won 28 of their 30 games and hold the world record for the most consecutive international rugby union wins with 24. This outstanding streak ended on November 15, 2014, when they lost to Latvia. They were also controversially disqualified from the knockout phase of the 2015 Rugby World Cup qualifiers as they did not meet the necessary membership criteria according to the International Rugby Board. England and New Zealand sit joint second, 6 wins short of the record. Considering the high level of competition in modern rugby, it seems unlikely that this record will be broken anytime soon. The fact that such a small rugby nation like Cyprus could achieve this record speaks volumes about their determination and skill. It serves as an inspiration for smaller rugby nations worldwide, showing that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible in this sport. At number 2 on our list, we have the most Test rugby matches lost in an individual player's career. Italian rugby legend Sergio Parisse holds this unwanted record by a significant margin. With 106 defeats from his 142 Test matches, not many players reach a century of appearances, let alone that many losses. However, this does not reflect Paris's skill or dedication. He has often been praised for maintaining high standards and delivering world-class performances, even during a lackluster era for Italian rugby. Parisse played in 5 Rugby World Cups, making him one of only 3 players to ever achieve such a feat. With 69 appearances, Parisse is also the most capped player in Guinness Six Nations history, showcasing his resilience and passion for the sport. Despite the many losses, Paris's leadership and performances have been crucial in raising the profile of Italian rugby on the international stage. Number 3, the record for the most drop goals scored in a single game. With the drop goal quickly becoming a dying art, it's unlikely anyone will match Springboks fly half Gianni De Beers' record of 5 drop goals in a single Test match. This feat was achieved during the 1999 Rugby World Cup, where De Beers' performance sent England packing with a 44-21 victory for the Springboks. However, his attempts to repeat the tactic in the semi-final against Australia backfired. Despite several attempts, he only scored 1 drop goal, and the Australians closed him down effectively, marking his final appearance for the Springboks. De Beers' performance remains one of the most memorable in Rugby World Cup history, highlighting the strategic use of drop goals in high-stakes matches. His achievement will be widely remembered, even as the game evolves and certain techniques become less common. The precision and timing required to successfully execute multiple drop goals under pressure make this record particularly impressive and unlikely to be beaten. Coming in at number 4 is the highest attendance to watch a live rugby match, often described as the greatest game of rugby ever played. 109,874 paying fans turned out at Stadium Australia in Sydney to witness New Zealand beat the home side 39-35 in July of 2000. The previous record was held by Scotland and Wales at Murrayfield Stadium in Edinburgh with an attendance of 104,000 fans. The attendance at Murrayfield remains the championship's record crowd, the highest attendance in Europe, and the 3rd highest rugby attendance in history. The spectacle of a packed stadium for such a high-profile match underscores rugby's global appeal and the passion of its fans. The atmosphere in the stadium that day is often cited as one of the most electric in sports history, contributing to the glory of the match and the players who participated in it. Record number 5, the fastest hat-trick scored in a Rugby World Cup match. Springbok scrum half Cobus Reinach holds this impressive record. Reinach took just 20 minutes and 6 seconds from the start of the match to complete his hat-trick in a game that saw South Africa cruise to a 66-7 victory over Canada. The previous record was held by Australian fullback Chris Latham with a 25-minute hat-trick in a 142-0 thrashing of Namibia at Adelaide during the 2003 World Cup. From the moment Reinach scored his first try to his third, only 11 minutes had elapsed. This means he scored a try for the Springboks approximately every 3 minutes and 40 seconds, a truly remarkable feat. Reinach's explosive speed and precise execution under pressure exemplifies the high level of skill and athleticism required to set such a record. His performance not only helped secure a decisive victory for his team, but also etched his name in rugby history as one of the fastest and most effective try scorers in World Cup history. Record 6 on our list is the most points scored in a single year. Neil Jenkins set the incredible record of 263 points in 1999. Even Johnny Wilkinson fell 30 points short in 2003, despite an extraordinary year. Jenkins is Wales's highest ever point scorer and ranks 5th on the list of leading rugby union test point scorers. He is also the first player to score 1,000 points in international matches. Given the physical demands and competitive nature of modern rugby, this record will likely stand the test of time. Jenkins's consistency and accuracy with the boot were crucial in achieving this record, and his ability to perform under pressure is a key aspect of his legacy. His record year remains a benchmark for point-scoring excellence in rugby and serves as an inspiration for aspiring players aiming to leave their mark on the game. Jenkins' achievement highlights the importance of reliable goal kicking and the impact a single player can have over the course of a season, contributing significantly to their team's success. Number 7. The most matches played in a national team without scoring a try. All Blacks prop Owen Franks set a record here which will be tough to beat, especially in an age where props have become stronger ball carriers. Despite playing 108 tests for the All Blacks, winning 2 World Cups, and being part of one of the most free-scoring sides in rugby history, Franks never scored a try. While tight head props are not known for their try scoring, it is still surprising given the length and success of his career, especially since his long-standing front row partner, Tony Woodcock, even scored a try in the 2011 Rugby World Cup final. Frank's record highlights the specialised roles within a rugby team and the importance of each position in contributing to the team's success, even if it doesn't always show up on the scoreboard. Coming in at number 8, the most siblings to play in an international rugby union match. The record sits at 5, achieved by Archie, Jack, Frank, George and Max Skofic. They all played for Slovenia against Bulgaria in the European Nations Cup at Park Siska in Slovenia on April 12, 2014. Archie, George and Frank Skofic started the game and played the full 80 minutes. Max Skofic entered after 25 minutes and scored 3 tries, while Jack Skofic entered after 77 minutes. All 5 brothers finished the game on the winning side as Slovenia defeated Bulgaria 43-17. The most recognised rugby siblings today are the Barrett brothers, Bowden, Geordie and Scott of New Zealand. These brothers became the first trio to appear for the All Blacks in a World Cup match in 2019, starting against Canada in their Pool B clash. The story of the Skofic brothers is a remarkable example of family legacy in sports, showcasing their genetic gifts and familial bonds on the international stage. Similarly, the Barrett brothers' achievements highlight the remarkable talent within a single family and their significant contributions to New Zealand rugby. The presence of multiple siblings on the field together adds a unique dynamic to the game, emphasizing both individual skills and collective family pride. The next record is the most international appearances in rugby union as captain. Richie McCaw captained New Zealand in 110 matches between 2004 and 2015, becoming the first player to lead a national team to 2 IRB Rugby World Cup victories in 2011 and 2015. He currently holds the record for the 3rd most test appearances with 148. McCaw has won the World Rugby Player of the Year award 3 times, a joint record, and was the most capped Test rugby player from August 2015 to October 2020. Additionally, McCaw was named World Rugby Player of the Decade between 2011 and 2020. He was also awarded New Zealand Sportsman of the Decade, underscoring his extraordinary impact on the sport. McCaw's leadership on and off the field has set a standard for future generations, and his records serve as a benchmark for excellence in rugby. His ability to consistently perform at the highest level and lead his team to victory in some of the most challenging competitions makes him one of the most revered revered figures in the history of the sport. The respect he earned through his exceptional career continues to inspire new generations of players, making his record of 110 matches as captain a symbol of enduring leadership and excellence in rugby union. Finally, at number 10, the most points scored by an individual in a Rugby World Cup match. Simon Culhane holds this record with 45 points during New Zealand's 145-17 defeat of Japan in 1995. Fellow All Black Mark Ellis also scored a record 6 tries in that victory. What's even more impressive is that this was Culhane's international test debut. Of his 45 points, a world record for first-class test rugby that still stands today, he slotted 20 of 21 conversion attempts and scored 1 try. This game remains as the most impressive debut performance in Rugby World Cup history. Culhane's remarkable debut showcased his skill and composure under pressure, setting a record that has stood the test of time. Culhane's performance not only highlighted his personal talent, but also contributed to one of the most dominant victories in the history of Rugby World Cups. The record underscores the importance of accuracy and consistency in goal kicking, essential skills for any top-level rugby player. Culhane's legacy, marked by this extraordinary achievement, continues to be celebrated as one of the most remarkable individual performances in the history of the sport. That concludes our video on Unbreakable Rugby Records that will stand the test of time. These records showcase the extraordinary talents, dedication, and sometimes sheer luck that make rugby such a thrilling and unpredictable sport. From the incredible winning streak of the Cyprus national team to Richie McCaw's unmatched leadership and Simon Culhane's record-setting World Cup debut, these achievements highlight the diverse and fascinating history of rugby union. Do you think any of these records will be broken soon? Or are there other records you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments below.